just give us
Hello,
one more
everyone.
moment. There we go. All right. Hear you loud and clear. Doing good. All right, all right. So yeah, we'll kick things off. So first and foremost, I just want to thank everyone for joining us today on our X Space, Invarch Blastoff AMA, and our Varch listing announcement. So I know everyone's really excited for that, which we'll get into later. Just want to kick things off. We'll start just go around. Just for those who don't know me, my name is Dakota. I'm one of the founders of the Invarch Network. CEO is my role, and I'm joined by Gabe, my co-founder, CTO, as well as Francisco. He goes by Chico, though, who is one of our core developers and blockchain engineers. So yeah, we've been working really hard over, not just over like the past couple months, but really, I mean, this has been years now that, what's going on going 3 years, over 3 years now that we've all been working really, really hard at things. A lot of people here have been with us for a really long time. And it's been a long journey. It's been an incredible journey, obviously with a lot of challenges, a lot of battles. But through everything, we never let up, never gave up, kept coming back, kept fighting, kept building, made our way to where we are today, got Invarch on Polkadot, built out all of our tech for DAOs. We even now have contracts supported on chain. We have all of our DAOs or all of our primitives are all native. So we have our native DAO primitives. We have smart contracts on the network, which are then able to interact with those primitives, execute custom logic. With DAO staking, and then of course with everything getting ready for our token listing, which I'm really excited for. But with all that, of course, I just want to take a moment to thank everybody who has supported us, from our investors who have backed us from the beginning and helped us get us to where we are, seed us up, funded us, to our community, to all of our amazing ambassadors, or hundreds of amazing ambassadors who have helped push Invarch and spread word of Invarch to others over the years, as well as, of course, all the team members, both current and former team members of the Invarch project who put in countless hours on a lot of just amazing hard work and showed relentless dedication to things. And so just want to take a moment, like I said, to just say thank you to everyone. And a big shout out, of course, to everyone from the Polkadot community has showed us, just so much love over the past several years. It's something that, definitely the appreciation can't go unsaid. So yeah, so with all of that, want to go ahead and just dive into things. We'll start first and foremost just going over some updates with the technology, integrations, governance, treasury, things like that. We'll dive into some other things right after, and then of course the good stuff that a lot of people are excited for at the end regarding our exchange listing. But with that, first I just want to go ahead and I'll pass things over to Gabe and Chico. Just go over everything. It's been a heck of especially just the past year, all the work that we've done getting everything together with the pallets for DAOs and all that. So just take a moment just to just go over everything and just review what we got.
Yeah. So we over the years we've built a really strong foundation for multi-sigs and DAOs in Polkadot, and I believe we have the strongest DAO platform that is available in the crypto space in general. We've been building this with the goal of allowing anyone to make their multi-sigs and their DAOs and interact across with Polkadot. And our infrastructure is all there built. We are working on integrations with other and opening channels with other chains within Polkadot, and we are working on the front end for the portal to allow anyone to actually use of these awesome primitives that we've built. We're also working on other upgrades to the chain itself. More specifically, we have built all of the the integrations for the on-chain council, so we can have governance. And I would like to pass to Shiko if you want to go over the specifics of our governance.
Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah, all good.
Okay. So first, I'd like to start off by introducing myself because I think it's the first time I've spoken in a X Spaces. So probably most of you guys don't know me. As Dakota previously said, I'm one of our blockchain engineers. I've been with the team for the past year now. We just completed a year actually. And I've been focusing on Invarch full on since the past year. We have a clear roadmap for governance. We're first going to start with a council-based model, and then we're going to progressively get more and more decentralized to the point where eventually we're going to have only public referendums with council just overseeing stuff, and it's going to be really cool.
Oh, thank you. So we have all that, and then also I just wanted to add with that. So what's going to happen is, so of course we have listings getting ready to happen. We are going to follow up and finish off. We have some kind of like key channels that we do need to get established for a token. Notably, of course, there's Moonbeam. There's a lot of people who had gotten airdropped Varch during a Polkadot airdrop campaign that we did. But for those individuals on Moonbeam, because the channel was not there yet, thus XC Varch standardized for Moonbeam could not be there yet, and thus we were not able to airdrop it to those individuals because their EVM addresses and the token that we have is substrate, yada yada, and so forth. So get that channel opened up. That'll be a top priority, so we can hurry up and get those tokens out to those people who have been waiting. Just want to make a note because I know some people are waiting for that. And then also just teeing back to the governance. So once we go ahead and we just get those channels set up, last bit there, then we'll go ahead and we will start rolling out governance. We'll have start with elections for the council, and then, like we said, give them some time, some final rollouts and everything, and then everything's looking solid. Basically, just go ahead and move forward to OpenGov model. Everything's looking a lot more sound there, and a lot of course, like improvements and things have been made. Just like through Polkadot governance for us to go ahead and reflect on that we take advantage of as well, which would be good. So yeah, with that, also just want to put it out there that with governance, I mentioned elections, for any of the larger holders out there, there will be opportunity for you to get elected to join the council. So just want to make note of that so people can kind of keep it in their sights. Let me see here. And so the next thing that I want to dive into is, so we talk about integrations. Oh, and I know that a lot of people have asked when hydration. First thing that we want to do is get the token on a centralized exchange. Once that happens, then we will begin the process, opening up channels with hydration, and then going through their governance process. Of course, the first priority would go to the Omni pool, which is why it's important for us to launch on centralized exchange first, establish price, go through price discovery, and achieve stability as well, and then go through the process and seek approval to get into the Omni pool. So with all that, let me see here. Attack this, that. And the last thing I wanted to touch on, just regarding some of the updates, is just some of the stuff that we've been working on with AI and swarms that we have intended for the network. The market has been not good as of lately, and for good reason. One thing I will say, it's actually rather humbling, but yeah, humbling thing is, as many of you know, we go back a year, or even 6 months ago, but I was very relentless when it came to make my push, trying to push Polkadot towards the other, its pendulum to the other side, the more degen side, which, yes, there's user adoption onboarding to go through that route. But I'm really glad, I really appreciate just the ethos, the culture of the Polkadot ecosystem, especially when you compare it to what we've seen happen lately. Don't get me wrong, Solana is, yes, there's a lot of users. It's performance fast, all this stuff, but why we're building things, what it does, your intention versus what it achieves, I think are very important things. And while this may change, at least as of now, and yes, while the typical throwback is, but that's the users, and that's fine. There's a bunch of users, and that's good, but Solana's primary purpose as of now is kind of just become to host a global casino, which is cool. Don't get me wrong, it's fine. But I'm pretty sure people are losing at higher percentage rates than if they would just actually go to a casino. And so it just, you start to ask the question has this positively impacted more lives than it has harmed? And as of right now, I'd say Solana, unfortunately, well-intended and all that, the answer is no. Then you look at the Polkadot ecosystem, and it stayed true to its values. It stayed true to its ethos, and you see it reflected in Gavin every time when he speaks, especially whenever he speaks to a crowd or when he's explaining the reasoning, the why. Why is he building what he's building? And the mission, the vision, the Web3, the core principles of why all this started in the first place is always reflected. People are always reminded of that, and I think it's played a really important role in just shaping the ecosystem, shaping the type of minds that not just it attracts, but it retains. And while, sometimes it might not be where everyone is running at some moment to gamble, but at one point, I don't know, you got to ask yourself, why are you doing what you're doing? And I don't think that is, what a lot of people, especially Gavin, got into this for. And so that's why you see in this ecosystem, it is like you see it, it's proving true that slow and the steady wins the race, where those core values hold true. And you kind of quickly see how on a dime it takes just a few events, which can happen in a really short duration. We look back to the launch of the Trump token, it's January. So it hasn't even been a full month. It's been a month today since that happened. So 1 month since then, in just 1 month, I don't know how many celebrities, or countries, or whomever, cabals have launched tokens, and they just rugged, and people have gotten wrecked, and it's been terrible for most people, from what I understand. And so we see all that, and we see how quickly things change. And then on the flip side, you see that it does pay off for Polkadot sticking to those values, making sure that it retains, a clear culture around the significance, the importance, and responsibilities of what we're building. It's just like things that, in hindsight, it's just like really good, really appreciative look back on and reflect when we're looking at the future and how we see things shaping up, especially with everything that's going on with Jam. Extraordinarily bullish, especially with PVM. PVM, the benchmark on that just look absolutely incredible. Just smash anything else, port, smash EVM. So very, very excited to see how that blends and plays out with its launch, with Jam's launch, alongside this moment when the world is kind of starting to be like, yeah, all right. It was a lot. It was a bit more fun for everyone. We were a bit more serious about things. And so yeah, looking forward just with all that. And with it, so I got sidetracked there. And with it, just want to bring back full circle to the AI agent bit and everything that we have going on there. But with it, what I see happening is, things have been choppy as of lately. One thing that I'm very confident about, though, nonetheless, is that we will see a massive rise in the use of agents on chain. I primarily believe we'll see them just as a new form of an abstraction layer, so to speak. And I think everything takes a little bit more time than people anticipate. But I do believe, whether people realize that it is an AI agent or not, or what's going on, I do believe that AI agents will become the new power users. of Web3 of blockchain, whether it's for themselves, whatever their own niche purposes, or it's directly on behalf for a user. I see them becoming the primary users of blockchain in the long term, using blockchain just because they are the payment rails that they're able to access, they're able to use, they're able to facilitate value through. And with that, we have a lot of protocols then which they're able to tap into, not just in DeFi, which is what we've mainly been seeing so far, but also when it comes to governance and transparency of the governance and governance over things that are shared between different AIs, sometimes deployed by different parties, or just of maybe they're all autonomous, they're not connected, but being able to have this transparency and have different AI agents come together, govern things again for themselves on behalf of others alongside businesses and organizations. It's inevitable, is how I see it. And so with that positioning Invarch in the long term, to be there, to be that foundation that not just powers and supports DAOs that everyday people, individuals launch, but also that these agents launch, and just watching the transactions soar through their use. So yeah, big thing. I'm looking forward to that. But okay. With all that covered, you see here. So the big thing that everyone's been waiting for, of course, is the listing announcement. So I am excited, and I just want to say again, thank you to everyone. I know it's been a long journey. I just want to say this too. There's been times when we get some criticism. Sometimes I say unfair, sometimes rather fair. But there's some harsh critics out there on what it takes to get these things done. I will say it's not as easy as it seems, but we did it. It takes with the ecosystem, with all the attention that gets sucked onto Solana and meme coins and everything. That's why it may seem very easy, because we see other tokens, boom, list fly. So it's very different from last cycle, unfortunately. But with all that, I am excited to announce that we will be listing the Varch token, and it will go live for trading on MEXC starting on February 24th at, let me see here, 2 p.m. UTC. So again, that is February 24th. That is 2 p.m. UTC. And then starting on MEXC, we do have 2 more exchange listings planned for the immediate future, approximately 2 to 3 weeks after the listing on MEXC. But with that, yeah, really excited. We're going to have more news announcements and everything leading up to it. Of course, announcements by MEXC as well. We're not going to talk about the price or things like that, not on the space. But unrelated, I would just say I'm happy with how things have turned out, because I feel confident that everyone else will be really happy as well. And so, yeah, so with that, like I said, we'll have more announcements coming up soon. We also have more listings coming up following as well. We're going to be engaging the community a lot more. It's a really big moment for the project. So big, huge thing right now is just exposure, hype, getting news out there, spreading the word. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna have more updates and things like that coming up soon. We'll also have a little campaign as well. But the exciting thing too, following all this, is that with listing, we now have what we've had, but the Invarch treasury will then be of financial value, and this is something that's really powerful, because blockchains, one of the, in my opinion, the most significant things of them is the ability to incentivize individuals to contribute. So we want to leverage the treasury to empower the community, invite people to contribute, whether it's through community marketing, social growth campaigns, but as well as code and development. Like I mentioned before, we have a lot of amazing tech that's been built. We have all these amazing DAO primitives. We have contracts. We have everything there. If you're savvy with Coco.js, you could go right now. You could go have a field day. Most people aren't. And so we need an intuitive, nice no interface up for this. And so one big thing is we have a treasury there, which we can then leverage bounties to get contributors to assist with this, or build it out themselves. And so with that, yeah, just a lot of other opportunities to follow as well. But really excited for me just to get the community involved, make it just get people to feel more empowered and see where we all take this thing together. But with all that, those are all of our primary announcements. And so I want to take the last little bits here. Go ahead and open things up, have an AMA. If anyone has any questions, if they would like to speak, go ahead and request. We'd love to have you up. No? So I miss the days of Dustin, who I haven't seen in a little bit, singing his GM raps. Here we go. Oh, D-Story. Beautiful. Let's see. GM.
GM fam, what's good?
Hey, how you been, my good sir?
I've been going through the blockchain maze. It's been a crazy year, 6 months, at least. Landscape and navigating through the space, learning a lot. Seeing you guys, building, and it's been great. I love it. I love that you guys have got to this point, and new team members. Nice to meet you. Excited to be here.
Oh, so good, and hopefully, will you be at ETH Denver?
I think like 2 weeks, possibly. I was a little concerned about the flights. I ain't gonna lie.
All the stuff that's been going on.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to go upside down when I land. No, I think I will. What's the plan for you guys? You guys going out there?
Yeah, so we'll be there. We're going to be there. I know that Polkadot's going to be there as well, showing up strong. So there's a PBA alumni meetup they have going. But yeah, we're going to be there. There's a bunch of side events going on, so you'll see us. You'll see Invarch there. We're going to be talking about the project. Of course, really great, ample timing. The listing is on the 24th. We'll land in Denver on the 25th, and there. So it's always nice when you're able to share about a project, and when people ask, where can I get the token, and you can answer that.
Yeah, that's great timing. I mean, Polkadot's very strong presence every year at ETH Denver. So if anybody's been there, there's always, a lot of the figureheads in the space. If you guys want to see them, they're all there. I love going there every year, seeing Dakota and the team, and a lot of memories over the years. So, yeah, I'd love to come see you guys and see what's going on, and perfect timing, with everything going on. So that's good.
But if you're there, then definitely send us a message. We'll get together. We'll do some stuff
for sure. Yeah,
and that goes for anyone else as well. Anyone in the audience right now, if you are going to be at ETH Denver, would love to connect. Would love to see you guys. You see Gabe, myself, Chico, Michael, anyone, say hi. We have a lot of exciting stuff going on.
I guess I got like one question. So like, you guys are going to be changing the UI for the front end for the portal. Is that something you guys are working on, or?
Yeah, and so nearly complete, which is the kind of frustrating bit. And hit a road bump due to the individual we had working on it. Had a family kind of like emergency, so to speak, and so had to step away. But so with that, so the thing is, we have a lot built out. When we originally released the portal, it was just meant to do its first rather basic job, allow people to stake, things like that. But there are some needed features that we need to include there. So for one, just the ability for DAOs themselves to manage their treasuries on chain, a nice UI for that, manage their staking rewards as well. Having features so that we can make sure to enforce that members of DAOs, which are registered for DAO staking, that those members have on-chain ID sets. We would have that. Gone ahead and we'll create the entire UI for just the actual DAO manager, which we need to get in there. So really nice intuitive interface. Individuals can easily go ahead, launch up a DAO, whip it up. Same, add in however members they want, set custom dynamic voting weights, which of course can always be changed retroactively through DAO votes. And we have everything there so that they can also do transfers, swaps, leveraging other protocols throughout the ecosystem. So it's really awesome, really powerful, but we need to get it out there for individuals. It's all there now, which could be used. Like I said, it's Polkadot.js, but it's a developer console, so that's not meant for the end user.
Okay, yeah, I'm excited about the new interface. I know some of the functions are going to be a little bit more robust, I would assume, with the new front end. So that sounds exciting. I guess another question I have is like maybe some sentiment from Gabe, like from like the development standpoint, like how things have been going, and like some of the ups and downs, I guess to say, and maybe you can give us a little insight on what you've been doing.
Yeah. So I really like the technology we built, and I really truly believe it is the strongest DAO management infrastructure around. As Dakota said, we had some issues with our previous front end developer. He had unfortunately had to step away due to some family emergencies, and we were working on finishing up that UI, and it's very close to being done. We just need some finishing touches, but the goal there is to allow all the DAO management to truly be done by the end users through the UI. Not having to go to Polkadot.js, not having to write any code, not having to manually calculate anything. And we wanna be able to truly give users that experience that is still missing. The last feature set that is the treasury management, so that we can go because we do have the staking management, all that already in the live portal. But even that we wanna flesh out a little bit more and make that interface a lot more user friendly. And that is what we were working on with the new portal, and we hope to get that released really soon. But on the backend side of things, we've had things done for a while, and we really want that. We really want people to experience that as soon as possible.
And say with it, I just want to add, like, one of the big significant things, primarily being in the Polkadot ecosystem, is that DAOs are appreciated here in use. And so with this, it'll provide a really nice and intuitive interface for DAOs in the ecosystem to manage their funds, but also, through OpenGov, we have many DAOs, we have many collectives and things like that. But what we want is an intuitive interface for those DAOs who need to migrate or onboard to Invarch. But launching or setting up that way would just give them a really nice, powerful system for not just managing their DAO, but things like funding as well through DAO staking, which I think is really really powerful and realizes a nice positive flywheel effect. When we have good DAOs, good initiatives that people want to see happen, whether it's they're providing a service through like civil service, they're actually providing some type of service or management things of the sort. Where they're building things for the ecosystem. There's a DAO, like a dev collective. If they're doing something that people support and they want to see happen, they believe will bring value to the ecosystem, and they're able to help give them funding to kickstart that, to get it going. And you're never gonna have bat 100% of the 1,000 times, but we'll see a lot of successes through this, which will then bring and add value to the ecosystem as a whole. And so yeah, it's really excited to bring this to life, because I do believe that it's been much needed, and again, really a shame that we haven't shipped the UI yet. Just because I was going to say, it's funny that we haven't. The ecosystem doesn't have this yet. The Polkadot ecosystem of all ecosystems. So just really looking forward to get it out there. And I see we had Michael come up here. as well. Michael is, for those who don't know, our head of growth. I know many people in Discord have had the chance to get to meet him. Do you want to take a second, just go ahead and introduce yourself, Michael? Where was I? Accepted his speaker thing. There we go. Do it again.
Hey.
Buddy.
Hey, Michael. There we go.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Awesome. Hey, everybody. My name is Michael. Been part of the team for quite some time now. I'm super excited to be a part of this launch. Listing on Mexi. It's been a long journey, and working side by side with this amazing team has just been nothing but great. Really excited to be networking at ETH Denver next week, and hoping to, expand our network and get the community really excited about what we have to offer in the coming future.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. And Silverboard, see, we have you up here. How are you doing, my good sir?
Hey, hi everyone. I have one question. Before you said we had a winter mute as a market maker. Sorry for inconvenience, but is the winter mute still with us, or we will have another market maker for listing?
So with other exchanges, we will be working with Wintermute. Wintermute doesn't operate on MEXC, so we're working with another market maker. They're awesome. They're fantastic. They're called Reform DAO. So we're working within the grand scheme of things, two market makers in the end.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Thank you for the question. I don't see any more requests. I'll give another second or two if anyone wants to hop on up here before we wrap things up. But in the meantime, again, I do want to just to thank everyone, especially thank everyone who's here in the X space, taking time out of the day to listen for the update. I know exciting news. Everyone's been asking when listing. We're excited to finally get this out there, and with it, this is going to be a really invigorating, empowering moment for the project. It's going to help onboard more people, help us be more present. One thing I just realized, it's you see it with memes. Regardless of what the full state of everything is, when people have the ability to get in and access a project through a token, it does give a more empowering sense of ownership and involvement and things like that. We've seen it with things maybe we shouldn't, with so many memes and the celebrity tokens and all that stuff. But with it, helps drive growth, helps build momentum. And then, of course, the big thing is with the Treasury, opening up governance, empowering the community. These are all things I'm really, really looking forward to and can't wait to see through over these next several weeks and a couple months. But with that, it looks like that's everything. I see no more requests. So I just want to thank everyone again who came up here to speak, ask questions, get involved in the AMA. Thank you, everyone who took the time out of their day to listen, join us for these updates. I'm very excited for everything. Like I said, first listing is February 24th, so that is Monday. It is at 2 p.m. UTC. MEXC, more listings following up after. I think I've covered everything that I want to. So with all of that, I just want to...
Dakota, don't want to interrupt, but there's a couple of questions in the thread that you haven't answered. People are in Discord are DMing or tagging me saying, "Can we get to those?"
1 second.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
So I did not have Discord open just because I was on here on X. Can you read off some of the questions?
Yes. Dr. Adam asked, what will be the approximate circulating supply at listing?
Approximate circulating supply, I believe it is... I'm just going off the top of my head here. Closer to 18%. approximately 18% of the supply.
Great. Another question that was there was, when is the distribution of staker rewards on Invarch? I don't know if you already answered that.
What do you mean? So the distribution of staking rewards, anyone can claim their staking rewards at any time, as long as they've been staking. Just go to the portal, and claim your rewards. I'm just talking about DAO rewards specifically. Like we said, so you have the ability to do that through Polkadot.js. We just have to get the portal up, the UI, so that individuals can do it through it that way. Or so
Awesome.
do it through that way.
Great. Sounds good. I don't see any other questions that you haven't answered in here.
All right, cool. All right. Well, then with that, I just want to let's see here. We have one more person asking to get up here. There we go. LeVar Henry. Go ahead and get him up here before we end things.
Can I, am I able to speak?
How you doing, sir?
Hey, how you doing? This is Var from A-Star Degens DAO. Just a quick question. I just want to know if you had a timeline, on when the DAO features will be enabled. Is pretty much what I was asking.
Oh, yeah. So on one hand, they are there. Like, I mean, Polkadot.js, but probably doesn't do too much good for most people. So with this, we have most of everything. We have like everything designed. It's halfway implemented with like the actual TypeScript, the front end code. We have most of everything ready. Not type correct. I want to say probably from the listing. It depends on things. I really want to say no more than a month, just because it's all almost already there. I always get nervous when I go to give timelines on things, just because the unpredictable nature of how things work out sometimes. But I do feel really comfortable about just saying 1 month from the listing is when we should have all that up there, the finalized UI, and then we'll have all the DAO features and all the DAO features, and the same goes for the NFT DAO features.
Gotcha. I appreciate that. And the last question I had, and I apologize if you might have answered this already. When it gets launched on the centralized exchange, what network will it be using? Is it all going to be the Invarch network?
So one of the things that took a little bit of time with the listing is that since Invarch is its own, well, it is, it's a parachain, but it's still its own chain. So versus being like an ERC20 token or an SPL token on Solana. So since that, one of the things that took a little bit of time was it took several weeks for them to integrate the network, but everything will be on in the Invarch network.
Okay, just double checking. That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure. I know sometimes they use different.
No, all good. Especially, those are good, important questions to ask, especially in our ecosystem. Sometimes I know there's been times where people have accidentally sent a Polkadot on a parachain to try and withdraw it to a centralized exchange, and how things get a little mixed up there. But the good thing I do hear that there's work being done to solve this once and for all for the whole ecosystem.
That's good to hear, because that definitely happens, because it's not like, the other, like the EVM, where it's all one address. It's every chain has its own address. You have to do the cross-chain feature. So it's good that that they're working on those things. So I appreciate the time. Thank you.
No problem. I giggle because it could have been solved a year ago, but others will.
We won't talk about that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we won't talk about that now. Yeah, but others should be getting to it. Hopefully, it is in the works. I know that, so it should come about before I'm dead. There's a little bit of shade.
Appreciate it, though. Thanks.
No problem. But all right, everyone. Let's see. Yeah, I see no more requests. So with all that, like I said, super excited. Keep your SPO. We have some more announcements coming. Little campaign in the works as well. We'll have updates coming from MEXC. But otherwise, just want everyone to make sure make good choices. Have a great day. Get out there, touch grass. Unless you're in the U.S., it is really cold right now in a lot of places. Just stay inside. Touch carpet. I don't know. But make good choices, and I will talk and hopefully see some of you guys soon in the near future. See you, everyone.
Bye bye, everyone.
See everybody.
Bye bye, everyone. See you.